Welcome to this demonstration of CA Technologies microservice architecture. Part of CA's mission is to shrink the gap from idea to execution. We're introducing exciting functionality to deliver business innovations by an order of magnitude. Microservices are all about speed, so instead of a monolithic application with tons of dependencies from development to deployment, which create business friction, microservices can be independently deployed, operated, and scaled. This enables you to add them, drop them, and change them without affecting other systems. But to achieve the business value of agility, we need to address creation, to move a business idea to an outcome. So, in this demo, we will create a new marketing events microservice in minutes, then deploy it to a production environment that is scalable and secure. Let's imagine our marketing events registration system. It starts with the digital economy. Partners send us event offers consisting of options for talks and exhibits. We catch the webhook RESTful APIs and store the data. We'll have a sample UI to select the options and to approve the event. This is all subjected to business logic, such as cost rollups and budget constraints. Part of the business logic is systems integration. As events are approved, we throw a webhook to accounting. And finally, we'll show a mobile app consuming our microservice, an alternate way to approve the event. Here's a process overview of how we'll create our microservice. We use a local live API creator to create a production-ready system. We run a script called create service to create a deployable, source-controlled package and deploy to a Docker-based production system. We use CA Live API creator to start with something resembling one of our intended outcomes, our web app UI. It also creates the database. We then create an API to catch the webhook and finally add some spreadsheet-like business rules. So here we are in CA Live API Creator, which creates and executes a complete service, APIs, logic and systems integration, even the database and an automatic UI. CA Live API Creator is an independently deployable microservice bundle that can be deployed as a WAR file into an app server or as a Docker instance in a containerized environment. Live API Creator provides multiple ways to create services. In our case, we are starting from scratch, so we'll use this approach to create a database and outcome UI. Let's begin. We create a new API project and enter the Data Explorer. We just define our fields and related data, just as we might imagine the application. This is an industry first, dramatically accelerating and simplifying creation, all from the envisioned outcome. This simpler process creates the UI and the database. We define the event, its exhibit options, including cost and whether to use. In exactly the same manner, we create the rollups and the talks data. We can use author mode to make the screen attractive. Alternatively, we could have started with an existing data source, API definition, or exported data model and gotten to the same point. Low-level RESTful APIs have already been created for us automatically. Now we create a business layer API endpoint. It's point and click. You can select objects and attributes and alias them to create an abstraction layer over your database. Under the hood, you get enterprise services, pagination, optimistic locking, and key generation all automatically. We can test our API by pasting in this JSON request that populates the system with sample data. We can use the Data Explorer to verify the data is created. Microservices are self-contained, which means they must enforce the logic and data layer security required for a production-level system. Instead of pages of code, Live API Creator provides another industry-first, spreadsheet-like reactive logic that is literally 40 times more concise than code. We roll up the costs and ensure they are within the budget for the used talks and exhibits. Reactive logic will address the vast majority of your logic. It is complemented by server-side JavaScript in a familiar event model. Here, we want to add an event to throw a webhook to our accounting microservice. The system provides code examples. Since sending a webhook is a common pattern, we can start with a template. We alter it to make our microservice architecture more resilient to failure of other components. By using gateway services for guaranteed delivery, in case accounting is down, our service still operates. Our object model is created automatically, accessed via the role variable. We even get code completion. The webhook is formatted to match accounting expectations using the resource called Alert Accounting. We create this using the same point-and-click process shown earlier. And we're done. We've created our database, microservice, and an outcome UI. We run a script to create a deployable. We can check it into source control and deploy into a microservices architecture. In this short demo, we've started from scratch and created a complete microservice, API, data, and logic in a single service context, even a back-office UI. We've deployed it to production with managed and secured API interfaces. We've scaled and load balanced these instances for high availability and scale, and made it available for consumption. This end-to-end process would have taken days, weeks, or months, depending on existing conventional technology and processes. We've done it in 15 minutes.